Celebrating Sir Kessington Adebutu at 90, a life of enterprise, philanthropy and legacy. On October 24th, 2025, we anticipate a grand celebration of a legendary giant in business and philanthropy. Sir Kessington Adebukunla Adebutu CON, the Odole Odua of the Source, as he marks another year of life and legacy. Born on October 24, 1935 in Ikperuremo, Ogun State, he emerged from humble beginning to become a pillar of industry, a pioneer in Lotto enterprise, and a benefactor whose reach touches education, healthcare, and community development. Starting his professional journey in sales and management before launching Premier Lotto Baba Ijebu, Sir Adebutu has built not just a business empire, but a name synonymous with trust, reliability, and employment creation. He has been honored with prestigious chieftaincy titles like Odole Odua, Balogun of Remoland, as well as federal awards of CON and OON. Recognitions that reflect his contributions to nation building and tradition. His philanthropic spirit is legendary, donating state-of-the-art educational facilities to universities, supporting classrooms and libraries, sponsoring hospital projects, and uplifting the poor with compassion. His generosity extends beyond material gifts. He has invested in people, mentorship, and legacy, inspiring countless young entrepreneurs and community leaders through his example and support. As family, friends, business colleagues, and the communities he has courtly touched prepare to salute him, we take this moment to reflect on a life that has shaped industry, empowered education, and lifted the voice of service. Happy birthday, Sir Kessington Adebukunla Adebutu, CON, OON, or Dole Odua of the Source. With deepest respect and warmest wishes from Prince Bisiolatilo and all of us at Biscon Communications. On Friday, October 3rd, 2025, the Island Club, Nigeria's foremost premier social club, hosted its Independence Dance and New Members Night at the prestigious Peacock Hall of the club in Onikon, Lagos. The colorful occasion brought together an impressive gathering of distinguished members and guests, led by the chairman of the Island Club, Omoba Dr. Rotimi Martins, KCOP, accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Nana Martins. Among the notable dignitaries in attendance were Chief Wole Olanikpekun, OFR, CFR, SAN, who served as the special guest of honor, His Royal Highness Oba Dr. Oluseyi Adewale Adediran, Otileta I, the Toluwade of Owu-Akinale, Chief Alex Onobanjo, Asiwaju of Agoiwoye, Mr. Banji Oladapo, past chairman and trustee, Chief Olufalomo, past chairman and trustee, Alhaji Kane Deshita, past chairman, Are Kamarudin Ajao Danjuma, Alhaji Surajuddin Awe, Chief Imam of Island Club, and engineer Olugbenga Obasa, among many other distinguished personalities. The proceedings commenced with an opening prayer led by Chief Abayomi Daramola, after which the chairman, Omoba Dr. Rotimi Martins, delivered his welcome address.
Tonight's ceremony marks the grand finale of our 3-day October to Remember program. Curated event in celebration of Nigeria at 65, a celebration of rebirth, renewal, and hope. Since its founding in 1943, Highland Club has played a unique role in the Nigerian story. The club was a rallying point for some of the brightest minds and patriots during the struggle for independence. And over the decades, it has remained a formidable platform, shaping national discourse on democracy, good governance, and civic responsibility. Tonight is not for lectures. It's a night of joy, dance, and celebration for Nigeria, of our shared heritage, and of our collective future. Welcome to the Island Club, Nigerian premier social club since 1943. Thank you.
The highlight of the evening was the induction of new members who solemnly took the oath of the Peacock, formally pledging their allegiance to the ideals of the Island Club. The induction was conducted by the chairman, Omoba Dr. Rotimi Martins, while Mr. Banji Oladapo reiterated the modus operandi and guiding principles of the club to the new inductees. Each new member was then presented with a membership plaque and investiture, officially recognizing them as members of the prestigious Island Club. Entertainment for the night was rich and lively. Guests were thrilled by an electrifying cultural dance performance from Atonda Entertainment, which showcased the vibrancy of Nigeria's cultural heritage. This was followed by live musical performances from the elite band, whose heartwarming rhythms filled the hall and brought members and guests alike to the dance floor. The atmosphere soon transformed into one of joyous revelry as new inductees, seasoned members, and esteemed guests danced gracefully, celebrating both tradition and camaraderie.
Nítorí pé oore Olúwa lórí wa kò fi kankan dúró, àánú Olúwa lórí wa kò fi kankan yẹ̀. Oore Olúwa lórí wa kò fi kankan dúró, àánú Olúwa lórí wa kò fi kankan yẹ̀.
Welcome to Sunny Rabo Live. Well, tonight we have somebody we call showbiz impresario. It gladdens my heart. His story is one of resilience. He has managed to carry everything all by himself. And like you, as we say, Bisi Olatilo, Prince Bisi Olatilo, is my guest. And not just being my guest, he's also my colleague. He has spent 50 years in broadcasting, and guess what? He's also maintained 25th anniversary of Bisi Olatilo show. But the story we are going to tell you tonight is how he managed all of these things almost single-handedly. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Sonny.
How you doing? Can't be, right?
But to say the truth, it's a beautiful place.
Thank you.
And please know and let the world know that I watch you guys regularly with a religious regularity. 422 on what they call it, DSTV,
yes.
yeah. News Central.
And
I stumbled onto it, and I called Kayode Akitem and I said, you mean you've been doing this and we didn't know? Now that I've known, count me as your special fan. And, I watch them regularly. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
And I've seen things. When I got in here, I said, are we not CNN with the BBC? Well done, all of you, well done.
But it's the same to you too. Congratulations and well done. You've carried on for so long.
Thank you.
We look at you, we say, this guy. Nobody would think that with your multilingual, tendencies, with your different styles of MC, with your ability to carry on Biscon communications and all that, you're there. Always there.
Well, thank God for that.
So you're worth celebrating.
Thank you very much.
How have you managed it?
God first. And the thing that we broadcasters know all the time, passion than hard work. Passion and hard work.
I spoke to a few friends
and
they said,
that go together.
You are a very committed, loyal friend. That's what they said. And they're not even broadcasters. So how do you manage to keep all of these, your tentacles of friendship,
Well, I'm happy that you were saying that. I hear that almost every day. And with that, I've been able to build a very big brand equity that is almost turned to be like a lifelong, what do you call that now, that can keep me till my life ends. And that's why I've been able to have the kind of successes you're talking about. I've amassed so much in terms of goodwill. The goodwill account is like an unfinished one. And that put all of that together, that's why you will see all of this. Those
Where
that
do you
help
start broadcasting?
also they want to help 75. That's a broadcasting corporation of your state.
Oyo?
Yes.
Okay, that will be BCOS.
BCOS, yes.
Yeah, you're BC, Biscon Communication.
Yeah, Broadcasting Corporation of your state.
Yes.
In 75. And what did we do there? It actually fetched me my wife. I've said that almost beginning to sound like a broken record in that. There's this big program that I was, presenting then.
What was it called?
Wazobia is a request show.
Oh, okay.
I paired.
In fact,
with,
you started Wazobia then.
Definitely. I paired with a lady called Tony Egumbo. She's in the UK now, and it was like it hadn't happened before for one man to speak 3 languages fluently and all that.
Fluently.
So I went visiting with a friend to his own girlfriend up there. I met my wife, and TV wasn't that the vogue then. It was radio. And radio conceals your identity.
Yeah.
All right. So when she saw me, and it's like everything about me she loved. So instead of me following up after the first meeting, she followed up. And I say jokingly that she ended up toasting me. There's so many things. The kind of story behind my wife and I is the thing we will spend so much time talking about.
You've been married several
44 years this year.
44 years this year.
And there's nothing she didn't do for my sake to hold on to me. Now, I mean, she's from a Muslim family. I'm a Christian, from a Christian family. But her sister that she considers her mother, may God bless her, because she lost her mother when she was 40 days old.
Oh,
my wife. So the sister that she considers like a mother spoiled the way for me, because she went and married a Christian too, and they're from a very, very core Muslim family. The cities, they're from, the father used to be an educationist as rich as the likes of Angoche in those days. But she decided to say, Daddy, that's the man I want to go with.
Whether religion or no religion, it didn't matter.
That's the man I want to go with. In fact, she sponsored a trip abroad. As far back as 77 or 77 or something. And I should say this is an occasion where I shouldn't hide anything. I've written a book, I stated it there, these things don't hide. I was repatriated All right? She was allowed entry. Just to show that this guy just loves me. She still came back. You can imagine that. Any other woman was like, I better leave this man. When I go to join us together. She came back for my sake. And lived in one room together and so on. And fantastic woman. Princess Folashade Olatilo. I praise her all the time. With God and her, I'm cool.
Thanks to God for that.
Yeah.
And it also taught you a lesson. What did you learn from it?
Quite a lot. The lesson that my wife has taught me is that I should continue to praise God. In so many circumstances, the Lord has shown His greatness. And that's why I say all the time that if I'm not kind to this woman, God will not forgive me. So it has taught me a lesson that is my woman that the Lord has chosen specially for me, divinely chosen for me. Should I also talk about the event, my close shave with COVID-19?
Oh, wow.
My wife
we will get there.
My wife was my wife was, what do you call it? She was negative. I was positive for about a month. This woman held on to me, and but for her and God, it would have been a different story. So there's so much to talk about in my life. And I do this, and I started mimicking them, practicing it, reading news for the assembly in school. And no match gets played if I've not been there to do commentaries on football. So that's how I started it. And I said, but when I got out of what they call secondary school, it was not easy for me to get employed, with any radio or TV station. Tried as much as I did, it wasn't possible until 1975. The likes of Annex Condi, of Blessed Memories, understand and be able to speak Igbo in the north without going to the east. For 13 of my growing up years, during my formative years, 13 whole years I was in Kano, I could not even speak a smattering of Yoruba. I couldn't speak a smattering of Yoruba.
Which is your own original
language. What I'm trying to say is that if that can happen, where did we lose it? And we were like one and the same. I mean, we're Christians. We live in where the natives live. Sabungeri, Kano, for those who understand it, I mean, they were flowing with me. When we have, Christian events like during Easter, Christmas, and the rest of it, they came calling to celebrate with us. The same way when they had their own, we go with them. You didn't know the difference between amongst all of us. So I think it's the politicians that brought this about. It was the politicians that did this to us.
So what
for
were
their own gain.
Politicians to now do? Because the National Assembly is supposed to help them, unify them in that concept that you just talked about. Your ability to speak, understand, and relate with other people.
I think we should try and challenge ourselves. It's a challenge that we all must try and rise up to. And even amongst our children. But let me say something. I've said it in many places. Where we're failing, our children are just going on and helping to build the way we started. They're going back to it and even building it stronger than we started. My children, for instance, I mean, I didn't know Yoruba, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure they have friends from other places other than the Yoruba people. More places, more, more non-Yorubas than Yorubas. And I'll be surprised if my son that left is not married now would even choose to get married to me. Even I've been advertising it. Let one Igbo woman come, so I can have
a Wazobian connection.
What I'm trying to say, in effect, is that our children are they're trying to help us with that. Most of the marriages you see these days are intertribal marriages.
Intertribal, that's
which
true.
Is good.
Yeah.
They're going to bring us back to light in that respect.
Okay, back to broadcasting. You are a daredevil adventurer of sort. So Biscon Communications started. What necessitated your determination, that's the word, to do that, Biscon communication?
All right. You know that it's unfortunate that I've been telling this story. It's like those who are supposed to.
You can never stop telling it. We'll make
like
you
those who are listening to me, it doesn't make any sense to them, or they've decided to just tune off from listening to it. How can I, celebrating 50 years in broadcasting, be going cap in hand and be begging for a TV license or a radio license?
It shouldn't happen.
I should be begged with it, because in fairness, even if I have to say that proudly and happily so, there's nothing. I sleep and dream broadcasting. I've tested both, radio and TV, I've done it. But as we speak now, I'm still begging to get a license. That is my own license. This Biscon communication you're talking about, yes, a 24-hour channel, quite all right. But at best, we're online, maybe. And we're on the Go TV.
Go TV.
Go TV, does that have the kind of strength that DSTV has? It does not. And in fact, why not Biscon? That is Biscon, my own Biscon, branded Biscon.
Yeah.
I won't be on anybody's table. Are you following what I'm saying? So the story is that, BOS was what I started with when I left the FRCN. BOS, as you know, was supposed to be 25 last year, but because we have this big one, the 50th anniversary broadcasting of mine that we've slated for this year, when I said let's quickly merge both.
Yeah.
So BOS is a different story entirely. BOS, as you know, without me saying it, we brought a totally different kind of thing into reporting mere parties. We brought professionalism into it. We made it a very special thing. Apart from helping to tell the whole world about our stories, our ways of life, and all that,
we gave it a flavor.
What we did was all the things we got in broadcasting, and I keep thanking Radio Nigeria for that. They make you an all-round broadcaster. So that's what we brought in. And for the discerning mind, when they see that this guy comes with the best in terms of you edit properly, your voice, about the best range of voices are those that you get to hear at the end of the day. Very well packaged. I'm trying to tell you what people say.
No, we are recipients of such beauty. Remember the Pink Ball by Betty Rabo? And then pink ball, turquoise ball. In fact, you've done everything.
Can you count?
Gabriel Otarusu, rest in peace, another linguist like you.
Yes.
But you gave him a lifeline in that direction, and that was so good for us.
So, talking about the emergence of the Biscon communications, the Biscon TV, actually, 24 hours. We do news, just what you see on a regular station is what we do. We do news, we do interviews, and so on and so forth. As I said, we're on Go TV 144 on Biscon TV on Go TV 144.
Go TV 144.
Yeah, we're live as we speak now on what do you call that? On YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Millions actually are watching. You can't believe it. When my young ones who are handling it told me that as we speak now, we have no less than 5 million watching. So that's big.
What really do you need PC for?
That's big. That's big. And watch all over the world.
Yeah.
That's big. So why we did that was that just so we can come on board with what's going on. Let nobody leave us behind. Otherwise, if you get left behind, I don't worry with that. And the BOS were packing so much into BOS. So we just thought we needed to expand. And when we got the opportunity from this same multi-choice that have refused to give us a station on DSTV, we said, let's just manage it, let's see how it goes. So that's just to be able to expand. That's what I'm saying. I mean, BOS, in just 1 hour, you pack all those in. But now that you have a 24-hour channel, you're able to spread out. So it's an extended version of BOS, actually.
Prince BC Olatilo. My colleague, yes. My friend, yes. But he's a no-nonsense guy, I tell you. One day, there was an event, and the cameramen were everywhere. BC went to them and said, listen, you are the ones spoiling this show. Because it's simply arranged in such a way that anybody who is sitting there can see well, cameramen will go in front of everybody and block. How did you manage all of those processes, when you are emceeing an event, and then they want to carry your nose,
No, the thing there is that if you are a trained cameraman or a trained broadcaster, you must know your limits. You shouldn't go past your limit. Once you are going past your limit, then you're opening yourself for some insults, maybe tiny, and all that. But as I said earlier on, in broadcasting, the kind of training you and I had gotten, we've been trained in all aspects of it. Whether you're a cameraman, whether you're a scriptwriter, whether you're a newscaster, newsreader, whatever it is. So you should know the areas you shouldn't pass. Let me just put it colloquially. And any cameraman who's overstepping his bounds, well, whatever comes to him in terms of he takes. But that's not the mark of professionalism. That's not good. You have to do the right thing without even being told.
But why don't they ever listen? That's the question I need to always want to answer properly. They don't listen.
What do you do with them? Like you tell them every day. As the first
you were at an event yesterday, last night, the Vanguard Awards.
And the guy kept shouting and the rest of it. And to be honest with you, another thing we should try and avoid for those who have the opportunity to handle the microphone at big events like that, is not to talk down on broadcasters or journalists or whatever. The guy kept saying pressmen.
Well, it shows his own lack of understanding.
And he's got a beautiful voice. By the way, that's the guy that does most of the commentaries that you hear on BOS.
Okay.
Yes, what's that his name? Ben Obewi.
Okay.
He's not a young man, he's about 52 or something. And as for his voice is beautiful, but he needs to learn a bit of...
But did you tell him thereafter?
I won't be there, because him and I talk almost every day. We send messages to one another, to each other rather. And he does most of our voices, as I told you. An event just about how many minutes ago, my guys went to cover an event in Ibadan. No, I'm sorry. Which we've sent the report to him already. Maybe his voice, I don't even know. But we can do all of that. But you have to also know how to, don't talk down on him while telling him that.
So it's pari passu.
The young guys, these young guys, you just have to be very careful with them. I've been telling him that I like the way he pronounces words and the rest of it, but he should learn more properly how to pronounce people's names.
It's very essential.
Since he's he's a regular MC at different events. And if you murder people's names, they don't take kindly to it.
Wahala.
It's not even too good for you. No matter how good you say the voices, I better go. That man will know to call name now. So professionalism, we need to have quite a lot of time to try and brush them up. That I think is missing now.
Okay, now, you're 50 years in broadcasting.
By God's grace, yes.
You've seen a lot over time.
Yeah.
And in the last 10 years, maybe, or even 5 years, there's been a single-mindedness in the approach, in the age difference between the youth and the adults, and you and I, and professionalism. There's now more of single-mindedness in the individualization of whoever is playing the role of a broadcaster. So how do you see the youth on radio, youth on TV, and how we manage the situation, as it were?
These are questions that I get asked every day.
Yes, because things are changing.
I must say that no matter what you think about them, they have their own low moments. They have the low things you can mark them highly on, but you can't talk down on them entirely, because they have the good areas too. When you're talking about engaging at interviews like this, they engage properly.
Yeah.
It means they also do their research.
Very well.
Maybe now that we're talking about this technology thing that is coming in their favor, which we didn't quite have the opportunity of having.
Have the opportunity.
Maybe it's coming to their gain and all that, leveraging very well on it. But another thing I must say is that to do with, we just talked about the names now, pronunciations and the rest of it, and some of them get out of hand trying to sound
American, English,
unnatural,
European, unnatural.
you know. And I said to them, when we ask them, they give us those that have inspired them.
Remember Professor Endin, who spoke 13 languages, and he became an authority.
Yes. So they're saying, they mention people's names, mention like Sonny, Rabo, Manion. I said, do they speak like Oibos? They said, no. Please try and mimic them. They will try and talk like them if you really want to be a good broadcaster. But anything outside it, you're not doing what you're told to do. So they should try not to do things that are not in the books, so to speak. Because you and I know that the rules don't change. They can never change forever.
No, the BBC is there. They have the house rules, as it were.
If you're in doubt, leave out.
Leave out.
But try and educate yourself. So you'll be able to dominate your environment. I mean, he can't undergo because bless his soul, bless his soul. He says that's why you have to read a cut above any other person so that you'll be able to dominate your environment properly. You know, Ikenna will say to you that as MC, his own surpasses just being an MC. You must do a program out of that program. In such a way that even the organizers will be saying, you thief our book. Because you see, he goes out prepared for it. And that's what I try to tell the younger ones that seek my advice on such things. Because, you know, you have to also know the way you go about it with them. Somebody say, no time don't pass now.
There's no such thing as time passing. There's no. So we came into a situation where the so-called time didn't pass, but we learned from it. They went their ways and we continued
down. Yes. You know what? But another thing we try to say when we have the opportunity to say that is, I'm sure you also didn't just start broadcasting like Sonny Rabo. You must have had some people, let's even put it on let's even break it down. You were trying to copy. In my own case, I was trying to sound like Martin Zoko, Mario Zugada.
Because he gave you a reason to believe that he could do it.
Mario Zugada and the rest of it. But when it got to, it just took some time off, and I had my own, what do you call it, that others are saying they want to read the news like the guy who first came to us, Lekon Ahmed, that's his name. I'm sure you should know him. He's FRCN. Still there, I should think. He came and said, without even paying me, he wants to work with us, to be taking all the commentaries and the viewers and the rest. So I said, no, let's do it rightly. We will pay you. But he joined us.
Did anything, you see, you were in charge of what became Bond FM, Radio 3.
Yes.
Did anything rub off from you? Because you started, it was Zobian broadcast nature, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Pidgin.
Because that was a natural choice for it at the time.
Yes.
They were looking for somebody to head, Song Yaoyuson was the director, Lagos National Station at the time. And whatever fell on him to try.
He was my boss when he was director of training.
Look for somebody to man, and who else would have done it well?
It was a natural thing.
But the thing that I keep saying about that is I thank God for it, because even I became more brushed, even in my own language, because I had to not deal with those who went to school, who went to school and got degrees
in the languages.
In the languages, Yoruba, Hausa, not Pidgin, Igbo. They really went to school for it. So they've helped me to build up my vocabulary in Igbo language and understanding of the language. Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? So that has kept me on till today.
When you now started your own TV network,
yes,
Forget about whether license or no license. I mean, when you're talking about YouTube, 5 million viewers, and then Go TV, you know, you are looking at a whole scenario that you didn't bargain for.
Definitely.
So therefore, that means you need to spread your tentacles a bit more. What was instructive for you that made you learn a lesson of sort? Because you are in charge of Biscon TV. You know, small, you know, ordinary.
No, but the thing about it is that I still go back to the training we got in radio. Radio gives you an all-encompassing training. You're not deficient in anything. That's it, if you're not a lazy person.
Yeah.
And I have the passion flowing in me, even as I'm speaking now. But for this interview, I was writing a story. Some stories I write myself. If I think they're big events, I do the writing myself. And it doesn't have to go out until I've seen and listened to it and all that.
Okay, before we go into your events, because very soon we'll be celebrating, what date is it?
It's Tuesday, the 13th of May.
13th of May.
Motion Center, which is not too far away.
Give or take roughly a month to go.
Around
a few days.
Okay.
Yes. Now, here you are, Biscon TV. Here you are, BC Olatilo Show. Here you are, MC, Showbiz Impresario. Here you are, multilinguist. One thing I want to add is you have a way of reaching out to every Tom, Dick, and Harriet, whether old, young, or in between. Who are you, BC?
I don't know what you mean by Tom, Dick, and Harry. You want to change it and say it properly?
No, it's how I look at it. Everybody that has been somebody has been, they know who BC Olatilo is.
Because I have been on my toes, not on my feet.
Yes.
Even
so
as
your
I speak.
networking ability is...
Wow. I told you about my brand equity.
Yes.
That is almost becoming something like an overflowing bank account. That up till when I go at about maybe 100 plus, I still be using from it. Because I've amassed it from the various interactions I've had over the time. And you know, when I sit down and see what we've done, what we're trying to do these days to celebrate ourselves is to go back in time to see what we've done in the 36 states of Nigeria. You know, we're talking about insecurity now. And we go, all these things, we go by our vans.
Right.
I go with them most of the time. Are you talking of Maiduguri, Borno State? The same Borno you're talking about during the time of, what's that guy called now? Modu Sharif.
Modu Sharif, yes. That was the origin of the whole problem.
We were almost living in Borno State at the time.
Okay.
Borno, Jigawa, during Samini Turaki's time.
Yes.
What's his name? Danjuma Goje's time in
there was also
in Gombe. Yes, Bauchi, Isa Yuguda, all of them. Then there's also Adamu Alero of Kebi, during the Ajurugungu Fishing Festival and all of that. Just name it. We're going back in time and saying, you mean we did all of this? And we're showing it. Kogi.
And that is what Nigeria is missing today.
We're missing it. So that is where I draw my power from, of all this, knowing this and that and all that. I'm trying to in fact, when I left radio, that's what I started leveraging on. I mean, if you MCing everywhere, events everywhere, and so on and so forth. And to the extent that even the presidents knew us, were talking to terms and the rest of it at the time. I will just thank God for what the Lord has done, because that I'm still talking, that I'm still as active as this. What we're celebrating is 50 active years of podcasting.
50 active years of broadcasting.
That is what it is.
It is, because, and we're going to talk about it very soon.
That is what it is.
It's
not just dropping.
No way. We won't,
numbers.
We won't let it drop. We'll just discuss it item by item.
50.
Prince BC Olatilo, newscaster, TV station owner or TV network owner, MC extraordinaire, and he's also a man who was always doing a show, Bisi Olatilo show. And we just heard before we went on break that he'd gone through the 36 states of Nigeria. Not many of us can boast of that, I tell you. But you are a custodian of the many things that will hold Nigeria together. So, having seen that, what do you advise Nigerians, especially politicians, should be doing now, especially that security is a major issue?
Well, we can't say too much. We can't be tired of saying it. Let the politicians, or we Nigerians, let's love ourselves the way we love others. Let's not love ourselves more than we love others. That's what I've noticed. And this was not prevalent when we were growing up. Well, I mean, growing up meaning when the likes of me and people in my category, my contemporaries were growing up. I told you the story about Kano and so on and so forth. It wasn't as bad as this. Even politics in those days was not as bad as this today. It's not as bad as this today. People think more about
themselves
these days instead of bringing everybody on the table. And let's treat each other as human beings.
Can security be better ever?
Oh, I wish we can come back. I will roll back the time and bring how it used to be in those days. These areas, these places I was telling you about, that we were going with a van. Oh, Lord, may God bless Sule Laleko. Oh God, that guy gives life to Biscon. At any time of the day, 2 o'clock, midnight, and the rest of it, we'll head up. We're going to Zamfara. We're going to Sokoto. We will go to Maiduguri. What do you call it? Gombe, Kwara, Nasarawa, during Abdullahi Adamuz and Al-Makura. Oh God of mercy. If we have, these are the things we're asking you to allow us to show. All these things we're talking about, you would have seen the shots. We brought the visuals here to show. Then are you talking about Cross River State? Are you talking about Akwa Ibom? Are you talking about, well, Lagos? Just forget Lagos. Lagos is also there, and all parts of the country. Actually, what we're celebrating about BOS now is that BOS was mightier or stronger than some mainstream television stations. It was like if you don't have your events, covered and broadcast on BOS, it's like, you never come with that. Then we're having us broadcast on platforms like AIT, NTA network, and what's it called that now? Bank TV London.
Okay,
we can have a stronger thing than that. So we're reaching out on a weekly basis now. All right? I mean, you remember the times of Ngige? 2000, that was where the abduction actually started.
That was an interesting one indeed.
And he was the one up till today, till tomorrow actually, that you can praise for revolutionizing road revolution in the East, especially Anambra. Oh, he was out to just build good roads then. And we're helping him to tell the world about it. We were in Ebonyi, we were in Imo, we were in Anambra, we were in, just name it, all over the country. And it was BOS that was doing all of this. We were the ones that told the world that where you're talking about tourism in the real sense of it, go to Cross River State. We blew it to the world during Donald Duke's time for 8 whole years. We were like living there.
He also took me and my wife to Obudu Cattle Ranch.
We were the ones that first covered, did the packaging on that, and we threw it out to the world. And he will say to you that, no, BC did quite a lot for him. And in fact, he handed us over. We got retainership, and retainership continued until Lieli Moke's time and Yadi.
Okay.
Definitely. They just didn't joke with us because they saw the difference in the way we were doing our packaging.
Donald Duke has also maintained a good repertoire of friendship.
Definitely.
You know, he's a man who is loyal to his friends.
That's why we put him as one of the members of the committee helping to plan this.
Oh, wow, at that level?
Yeah.
Who is the chairman?
He himself and Chief Nick Akon, they are both sharing it.
Yeah.
They're both coordinating it. You're a member of it, but you are an absentee member.
Absentee member. I just got my letter from you.
Don't you read your mobile, what do you call your WhatsApp?
Okay.
Have I not been throwing WhatsApp messages to you?
Yeah. So it's a celebration that we are planning for and looking forward to. But what are we looking at, really? Between now and the 13th of May,
yes,
a lot will happen and a lot can happen. And I'm sure, to me, there will be more interviews like this coming your way, you know. Bisi Olatilo, you represent a lot to many professionals, okay? But then, what is in you or with you that you regret? Is there anything in broadcasting that you regret?
In broadcasting, no.
In show business?
No. But what I should say that I've said many times, and I want to forget about it, with a lot of prayers. You know, what we have at Biscon premises, where we're operating from, have been gutted by fire twice, brought down to rubbles. 2006 and 2015.
Times.
Yes, how did we get back?
How did you get
It's
back?
enough to kill your business. But thank God, friends were there. And God, the Lord was there with me too. So hundreds of millions got back and built up the whole place again. Got our equipment back and all that. That's the only one. But should I be talking about regrets when the Lord has taken over? Well, the major regret is that up till now I don't have a TV station. I still talk about it.
I hope NBC is listening.
I hope they're not deaf. We've said it over and over again. We're tired of saying it.
Well, maybe there's a reason behind whatever
it
is, but
the thing about it is that if you're talking about what we're doing is like BOS, we're doing something different. Don't know how many people do what we're doing. Ours is events as they're happening. And if you know the kind of, we're very rich in terms of all the things that happened
in the US,
many years ago.
In the US, they're supposed to be the flag bearer of show business in the world. You know, there are stations of different kinds, you know, different elements and different styles.
We've said it over and we've said we're tired of saying it. But that's why we had to just rejig, retool, and burn ourselves again. So, I mean, if the whole world can watch you and see you, so why are you crying about anybody?
I would love to see you, you know, rebroadcast some of those contents that you referred to earlier on that went through the 36 days. I mean, there are not many at all. And I would really love to see that all over again.
We've been doing that.
And on YouTube, that's brilliant.
Oh, yes, we've been doing that. As we speak now, if you go to YouTube and you just type Biscon TV.
Biscon TV, yes.
That's what you'll be watching there. Well, that's what we've been doing in the last 1 week, and we'll continue to do that. And in fact, okay, well, let me not be the interviewer now.
No. 50 years of broadcasting of Bisi Olatilo as a broadcaster, as a professional, and as one who is a showbiz person, as one who, how did you manage to be a CEO, an MC, a showbiz person, and a content creator, and a script writer? And you used to also read your news as well, I noticed.
I just said that to make
about to round off, yes.
I just said that to make a point. How can I be doing all? I have no less than 50 people working with me who do different things.
I'm saying over the years, I saw you do from, you were flip-flopping all over the place, and here you are. It's not show for your body.
Yeah, I go show for my body. I know when to take my break. No matter how much the noise is, when you reach 1, I don't reach when I finish watching my news at 1.
Okay, I have 2 questions to round off.
Go ahead.
One, your advice to the leaders of Nigeria, then your advice to professionals.
Well, before that, I thought you were going to ask us what we have for
Okay, sure.
the event.
Please. That's
We
what
have, we have a special awards for those we consider
Okay,
have done very well.
That's right.
We have for the businessman of the year to be Alhaji Samad Rabiu, businessman of the year. The banker of the year would be, what do you call that? Wema Bank, which is 80 years, the longest standing indigenous bank. Yes.
Continuously, without changing name.
Definitely.
That's good.
That the oldest. And we have for the bank, I mean, this woman just somehow, she's been helping us over time. I'm talking of Zenith Bank, the woman at the head now, Dr. Omoji, O-O-N.
Okay.
She's the one that decided to give that to the banker of the year. And of course, the entrepreneur of the year is Barrister Uju Ifejika OFR.
Okay.
And so on and so forth. Well, we're talking, we will give awards to ourselves. The most professionally run television station, we give it a channel. We're celebrating 30 years now.
30 years.
Yes, and of course, the man we call, the man who has made the most outstanding disruption in the media is the guy who owns Prince Nduko Bagbona with Rise.
Real disruption.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
I like the way you use the word disruption.
And our friend, what's called him, Bayelsa State-born Senator Ben Murray Bruce.
Oh yes,
Personality of the year, showbiz personality of the year. You know, he's taking us to the world.
In fact, the decade, if anything, or decades.
Then I think Alhaji Aliko Dangote, who's a personal friend who's done well for us, has.
By the way, answer my question regarding your advice for leadership and professionals.
What
should I take it off from there?
What our professionals should do?
What's your advice? Because you mentioned some things. Can you encapsulate them in short, few seconds?
No, I mean, if you're talking about professionals generally, is it in broadcasting now?
Broadcasting.
Do we limit it to broadcasting?
Well, your call.
To be honest with you, I've said it, I can't be tired of saying it. Passion, hard work should be part of it.
Yeah.
And try and be inclusive. If you can't do it all alone. I tried it, I failed. I decided to add some people to join me.
Okay.
And that is something I think is good for everybody to have to learn from.
Fantastic. Leadership.
Leadership.
With all this security wahala.
Security. That security thing, to be honest with you, what do we do? like when you go to the police, say everybody should be involved in security.
Everybody, but we don't unite, we don't interact. So how can everybody be involved in something that is not
They say we should try and when you see something, say something.
Who will believe you? Because they will say also
some will even be hiding. If you know where it is, say it. So that can help.
Yeah.
I hope that will help us.
Okay. So we've been talking about Prince Bisi Olatilo, a man of the moment, a man 50 years of broadcasting and 25 years of Bisi Olatilo show. Actually, it's 26 years because we were supposed to have done it last year.
Yeah, we stepped it down for the big one.
The big one,
so
yes.
have a merger.
So, and he's a man of many parts. But I'm so glad to have him as my colleague and friend on Sunny Rabo Live this evening. Thank you very much. And thank you, BC. Congratulations. Bye-bye, everybody.
Well, it's a special interview because we have a very special guest, a friend of Biscon, Nigeria's face of culture. He has taken Nigeria's culture all over the world, has given it a new impetus. And we, his friends, are very proud of what he's doing. And I know I'm speaking the minds of so many Nigerians who have seen quite a lot of twitching that he has given the culture in the minds of Nigerians. He has brought that kind of consciousness that we must hold our culture. That's the only thing we have. That's what differentiates Nigerians from other parts or other peoples around the world. I'm talking about Otumba Olusegun Olushewe, OON, a man who has taken Nigeria's name all over. He will tell us quite a lot about it, but it's my pleasure that you came.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Prince, it's a lot, my pleasure.
Now, tell me about the kinds of things that go through your mind when you're putting together all the things that have become some kind of a big brand now for Nigeria's culture. You have been most steadfast, unwavering about it. And today's like we cannot talk about Nigerian culture minus what you've done. So how did all of this come about?
Well, first and foremost, Prince Bisi Olatunji, I must also thank you for the wonderful job this organization is doing to promote the Nigerian brand, the Nigerian project. The Biscon family is doing a lot. In fact, I want to make a statement today. Biscon should be seen as the traditional tablet to reduce blood pressure. Honestly. Because I must also open up to you today. Those of us that live far away in Abuja, it's Biscon that brings us closer to the south. I mean, every evening we see what is happening in the southern part of Nigeria, another part in particular. So for me, Biscon is a brand that we must all celebrate and appreciate. You see,
Thank you very
it's
much.
not everybody that appreciates great things, and that's one of the problems for our country. We don't celebrate our best. Now, myself and my wife, Biscon has made it easier for us to sit together and watch a program. Not watching any film or anything, but watching the social activities which reduce tension. So I must thank you. I must take advantage of this opportunity to tell you, every day in my house, 3 hours minimum, I must watch Biscon. Even when I'm angry, I watch Biscon. I see my colleagues, my friends, I've not seen for years. I'm very happy. So please keep up the good job.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Prince BC. Honestly, Nigeria is a project which most of us take for granted. A lot of us even behave as if we have an alternative country. We don't have an alternative country. If I care to tell anybody today, whether you are, whatever you are, you must be a Nigerian first. And I will use a proverb to tell you today. No matter the name you give to honey, it's still sweet. Yes, our country must remain our sweetness, our pride, and what we believe in. So for me, Prince BC, I must tell you 3 things today I don't think I've discussed before. You see, when some few people, particularly those that travel out of this country, go to give us bad name, you and I are here trying to make good names. We have allowed those characters to continue giving us the bad name, and we all sit down back. And that's why I took it upon myself to go all over the world and celebrate the strength of Nigeria, not the weaknesses. And now, Prince BC, another thing I need to tell you today. When I was in charge of tourism, any country I traveled to, when I enter that country, the first point of my contact is the prison. And somebody asked me, why prison? If you want to celebrate and showcase your country, you must know the strength of your country in the other country. If you don't know and you take your brand there, you may be disappointed. That is when I found out that some of the people who claim to be Nigerians are not actually Nigerians. But it's because our passport is porous. But thank God and thank the immigration service of today, which have introduced chips into our passports. I'm telling you a top thing today. Without those chips, anybody from any neighboring country can use our passport. But now, it's difficult. The other thing I want us to do is the streetwise approach. Any Nigerian caught abroad destroying our name should be bring back. When he comes back, treat him the way they treat ceremonial negativity.
Like
They do-
outcasts.
Outcast, thank you. Anywhere in the world, they do it. Why should somebody go and give Nigeria a bad name, then come back? You are celebrating him, you are giving him national honor, you are giving him chieftaincy title. No, all this must stop. So coming direct to your question, it gives me joy that I'm alive. I could protect and defend my integrity of my country. And I do it with pride. Very happy that today the image of Nigerian is gradually getting better. 3 years ago, if you go to the airport, Nigerians are arrested all over the world. Now, it has stopped. Because those they arrested few years ago can't go back to those countries. But before, they could go back because the passport is porous. So for me, I take joy, I'm happy that Nigerian could have challenges, but we'll soon get over them. It will be better for this country.
Man, I just can't stop celebrating you and telling you the way people feel about what you're doing. You just have a knack for when you have a thing to do, you give it a new touch entirely. That's what you've done to the National Council of Arts and Culture. And the Festival of Arts and Culture has entered its 35th edition before we all knew it. And I hear that Lagos State you're partnering with Lagos State for
This year, 2022.
Let's go back in time and talk about the major ones that you have celebrated and what you have in store for the 35th edition being hosted by Lagos State.
You see, first and foremost, I need to place on record. NAFES started in 1970, after the Civil War. The then leaders of Nigeria said we must come together. Since there is no victor, no vanquished, we must come to see what unites us. What can
celebrate that
exactly
one.
And bring us better. And that was how NAFES started. And then today we are the 35th edition of it. And it's so interesting that in the recent time, Nigerians are talking of what divides us. It gives me a lot of worries. I mean, I think we're trying to put a stop to that. Because in the year 2018, we were in Port Harcourt.
We're there together.
Yes,
For River State.
River State. Governor Wike did something that me I've never seen before. The evening, I had an opportunity to brief His Excellency on the benefit of NAFES to his people and people of River State. That evening, he gave approval for them to complete the cultural center, which is unique, maybe the only one in Nigeria today with soundproof, acoustic, floor, etc. And I'm very happy that happened because of NAFES. You see, we're trying to use the modem of hosting World Cup. What do I mean by that? If you want to host World Cup, you must have a good stadium, accommodation, etc. It's the same formula we're using for NAFES. And after Rivers, we were in Edo, which was also fantastic. Now, I found out something. Most times, when we go for these festivals, some Nigerians have not traveled from one point to the other. It happened in Ekiti. In Ekiti, one man, Yusuf Daladi, had never traveled to this southern part of Nigeria.
From the north.
From the north, at the age of 49. When he got to Ekiti, they gave him pounded yam in the morning, pounded yam in the afternoon. He's screaming Hausa. Why not that's the question? The man who took Fura, the no, and go say in the morning. And that's taking pounded yam.
Yes.
Do you know that that man came back to tell us that he didn't know that the Yorubas are this friendly. We are far from each other. We need to find a melting point.
A common
yeah,
ground.
to meet.
Common
So
ground.
Ekiti gave us that platform. And thereafter, we've had so many states. Mala Erufai in Kaduna was fantastic.
It was a plateau.
Plateau Governor Lalong.
Simon Lalong.
Simon Lalong. I mean, Simon Lalong even did another thing that was a bit. I mean, we have leaders in this country. Honestly, we must start to celebrate our best. You know that in Rivers, the governor set up his own committee to monitor success of
Just to
NAFES.
see that the thing was
Exactly.
seamlessly successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think I remembered there was a lady commissioner in Rivers.
Yes.
Or when I think something bricks.
Yes.
Only Ide or something. She came out and said, look, my governor will not tolerate any standard that is not excellent. And people like that, we've been having so many interactions in bringing the best on the floor. So for me, Lagos 31st edition, 35th edition, honestly, Prince Biscon, Governor Sanwo-Olu is a leader who can be trusted. Within 6 weeks, I could not believe it. I thought it was a joke. Within 6 weeks, Governor Sanwo-Olu brought every sector that must work for NAFES and said, I want a daily report. I was wondering, I say, what is this man saying? Telling you that everyone realized that culture is key to development of any nation. But for a very long time, we didn't tap into it. Why? We think oil all the time.
Oil is drying up.
Oil is drying up. Dubai had more oil than we had. Today, they've diversified. And I'm appealing to Nigerians that for us to move to the next level, it's culture that will replace oil. Because culture is inexhaustible. But oil is exhaustible. And the benefit to the Nigerian people is total when it comes to culture. Whereas to oil is some very few.
Okay. Now, before you go into the nitty-gritty of it, to expatiate on what you really have in store for the 35th edition of the festival being hosted by Lagos State, what should you have specially to be able to host? What differentiates any state that wants to host this? What must hit the state? Well, how do you put it now? What are the
hosting rights?
The criteria.
Okay. You see, first and foremost, you must understand that any governor who tapped into NAFES really wants his people to be understood and network with the entire nation.
Okay.
That's one. Number two, all the children of this country, they need to start to imbibe the spirit of oneness of Nigeria. NAFES is the unique platform to achieve that. You can't get it anywhere. Yes, only NAFES. So the criteria is you must have the venue, you must be able to provide adequate accommodation for over 5,000 delegates.
That will come from different states.
Yes. And the national too will be training Nigerians, particularly in this one, Lagosians, in skill acquisition sector.
Well, you've introduced that.
Oh, yes, it's part of
I
it.
mean, I can see that.
Yes.
It's been progressing.
Absolutely. Now we're going to train in Lagos now. We're training over 3,000 Lagosians on different disciplines and skills. We're going to give them certificates and some starters pack. This is how the Chinese develop their economy. This one that everybody wants to do an office job, you want to earn salary. No, it's not for everybody. Nigeria is big enough, over 200 million people. Government alone cannot satisfy the people. The people must bring out the creativity in them to promote and also expand in bringing some brand and product that will showcase our country and our people. So Lagos is going to be unique this year. Governor Sanwo-Olu did mention that he wants to host the NAFES that nobody has ever hosted.
Because Lagos is a state of excellence.
Exactly. And we must understand one thing. Lagos is a mini Nigeria. Anything that happens right here. And when Lagos coughs, the whole country must shake body. So I respect that view that we're going to see something different this year.
Now, having said that, now let's not take it one by one. The first NAFES for Lagos starts on the 11th?
No, the 7th.
Or 7th of November.
But 9th is the opening at Onikon Stadium.
Okay, the one they now call Mobolaji Johnson Avenue. Yeah. Okay. Now, did I say Avenue? Arena, sorry. Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Now, let's talk about the events that you have in store for this big festival. I know there's so many of them.
Absolutely.
You're bringing different people from 36 states and Abuja.
And Abuja
making 37. So what are these events that we're looking forward to?
Oh, thank you very much. We have the component for the children, the youth, the drama section too. We have the archery.
Okay.
Archery, you see, we're trying to promote our local strength. We have the IO game. Do you know that IO game you are looking at? You need total intelligence to be able to score good points. So we're bringing that one back. We're also bringing our cuisine. We are bringing local architectural components.
Okay.
We're also bringing fabrics, Nigerian fabrics. So these are all together, bringing our people and putting them to face themselves. Also, the wife of the governor of Lagos State, who is having the title of Mama Nafes, until the end of this year, she remains until the next Nafes. She's Mama Nafes. She's going to host the entire Nigerian children in our place. You see, please permit me. Something happened because if we don't tell our story, somebody will say it wrongly. The mother of a girl, when we went to River State in 2018, Governor Isinweke's wife hosted the children. A woman from Gombe saw the daughter with the wife of the governor. Well, if I use it in the right way, she almost collapsed. And the daughter too said, so there's hope of her meeting great people. So the connection there is, that child will never become a drug pusher. That child will never become...
Will be aiming high.
Yes. She knows she has an icon in the person of the wife of the governor, who is a judge. But these days, our children are almost losing it. So that is one component. The wife of the governor of Lagos State will be hosting the Nigerian children, which of course we use the platform to bring the children closer. And I would like to beg you one thing today. When Nigeria got independent in 1960, the lady who gave flower to the queen became a celebrity. So we too, we are bringing the lady who meets the governor's wife to be another celebrity. Why not? You understand? So these are some of the content of what we're trying to achieve by giving hope to the Nigerians of tomorrow.
But do you have football in, as part of the games that we're going to be celebrating at this festival?
No.
Football is not part
No.
of it.
What I try to do, you also know I'm the president of Nigerian Golf Federation.
Yeah.
So I've introduced a component of golf. The reason I would like to explain to you, I'd like to respectfully thank the Oba of Benin. When we took when we took golf to Benin, Oba personally came to the golf club to tee off for us a royal blessing.
Wow.
I never take that. I continue saying thank you, Oba Otekwaye. Yes, I really thank you. So The component of golf is, for instance, those that have come for NAFIS, whose their wives are golfers or something, they could join. So we're likely using the Ikeja Golf Club for just a kitty, just for that one, as part of the component of NAFIS.
Okay, most of the games, where are we going to be having them?
At the NIS, at the National Stadium.
Okay.
Yes,
which I hear is now looking totally new. Am I right to say that?
And I must thank Governor Sanwo-Olu. I mentioned 6 weeks. When we were trying to get the right venue for NAFIS, Governor Sanwo-Olu assured us that Lagos would make the difference. I thought it was a joke, but I got to the stadium yesterday. What I saw there was really there's hope for this country. If people can keep promise. Governor Sanwo-Olu has kept a promise that all the 36 states plus Abuja coming to Lagos will be proud that this governor is keeping to his word and is working.
You see, that the important thing is, I mean, this is, I think this is a good thing to say, and I hope others who are watching, maybe the, in the high places and all that, will take note, because as you're doing it, somebody's there marking your paper.
Absolutely.
And this is what they call a platform to actually explain it. We'd like to congratulate Governor Sanwo-Olu for this, and congratulations, because he wants Nigeria to be better.
Yes.
And this, I'm sure that Lagosians are very proud of him, and I'm hoping that so many good things will arrive from this.
Absolutely.
Now, your own special advice now to those who will be coming to watch or to participate in this. What will be your message?
Well, let me first and foremost, like as usual, Lagos people are very friendly, very hospitable people, very accommodating. I'm only going to add a little more. A lot of delegates are coming from across the country. When they come, Lagos people should show extra love by, well, they're already very accommodating, but just to show some little extra so that everybody can go back with a lasting impression. You see, Prince BC, if we have this kind of opportunity to be meeting, there will be less tension in Nigeria. Absolutely. We disagree with ourselves, hate speeches, and all these abuses. It's because we don't understand ourselves. I give you an example today. If you visit an Igbo man, he will tell you, please bring cola nut. Let us pull liberation before talk. You visit Atauji, thank you. You visit an Hausa man, he tells you, remove your shoe. I say my prayer, and you got angry. You visit a Yoruba man who want to eat amala with his hand, you say it's local. These are the problems. Those are the challenges.
And we have to be proud of our culture.
Absolutely. Let us tolerate each other. Be patient with each other. And at the end of the day, Prince BC, I can tell you something today. If there's one country that Almighty God love and waiting to give the best of time, is Nigeria.
Nigeria.
What we need to do, tolerate each other, accept each other for what we are. In no long distance, we'll get there.
Definitely.
Don't also forget, every country of the world has its own challenges. And you can never become a champion until you overcome your challenges.
The challenges, that's true.
What we're seeing now are just some of the challenges.
Teething problems.
Nigerians will get there pretty soon, and the whole world will be proud that this is a great country.
As we're rounding up, we cannot pretend not to know that the whole political arena is heating up, and you as, inching towards being an elder statesman in your own right. Your views are highly respected in the places that matter. What would you be telling, first, the political gladiators, and we, the participants, who are going to actually be on the line to vote? Because, it's almost voting time, 4 months away now.
Thank you very much, Prince. I will recollect with what happened in 1959. when the Queen of England asked Alexandra to come to Tafawa Balewa Square here in Lagos to meet the likes of Awolowo, Okwara, Tafawa Balewa, Sultana of Sokoto, etc. They said something very instructive. We are not after any of us becoming the president of Nigeria, but to build a great and a better Nigerian for the future. So I'd like to appeal to all Nigerians. Let us be culturally inclined to vote rightly, respect each other's vote, and allow the Almighty God to take control for a bigger and a better Nigeria. I wish everybody well, and I look forward to a very, very lovely and culturally friendly election that will bring the best for this great country.
Well, Biscon will be there to cover the 35th edition of the Festival of Arts and Culture, to be hosted by Lagos State Government. As you have already said yourself, we cover and show in full dose.
Yes. Oh yes, no half measures.
Thank you very much for
My
coming.
pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
Celebrating Sir Kensington Adebutu at 90, a life of enterprise, philanthropy and legacy. On October 24th, 2025, we anticipate a grand celebration of a legendary giant in business and philanthropy. Sir Kensington Adebukunla Adebutu CON, the Odole Odua of the Source, as he marks another year of life and legacy. Born on October 24, 1935 in Ikperuremo, Ogun State, he emerged from humble beginning to become a pillar of industry, a pioneer in Lotto enterprise, and a benefactor whose reach touches education, healthcare, and community development. Starting his professional journey in sales and management before launching Premier Lotto Baba Ijebu, Sir Adebutu has built not just a business empire, but a name synonymous with trust, reliability, and employment creation. He has been honored with prestigious chieftaincy titles like Odole Odua, Balogun of Remoland, as well as federal awards of CON and OON. Recognitions that reflect his contributions to nation building and tradition. His philanthropic spirit is legendary, donating state-of-the-art educational facilities to universities, supporting classrooms and libraries, sponsoring hospital projects, and uplifting the poor with compassion. His generosity extends beyond material gifts. He has invested in people, mentorship, and legacy, inspiring countless young entrepreneurs and community leaders through his example and support. As family, friends, business colleagues, and the communities he has courtly touched prepare to salute him, we take this moment to reflect on a life that has shaped industry, empowered education, and lifted the voice of service. Happy birthday, Sir Kensington Adebukunla Adebutu, CON, OON, or Dole Odua of the Source. With deepest respect and warmest wishes from Prince Bisi Olatilo and all of us at Biscon Communications.
Yes, we're here with a man whose schedules are very busy because he must keep the environment safe. When you have fire outbreak or the building is collapsing, suddenly somebody is under pressure. So that it takes the pressure off you, colloquially they will say he has murdered sleep. And I'm happy that the government has taken note of it. I have personally taken note of that. I know I'm speaking your minds. I'm talking about the Director General of Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Oluwafemi Damilola Okeosonwetolu. He's our special guest today. And I must say to you that you also need to listen to him. You'll be at school and you'd have learned so much from it. Welcome very much.
Hi,
thanks for coming.
It's a pleasure.
Now let's meet you. Let's go back again to how it all started for you.
Well, I'm highly humbled to be here, and I started my life in emergency ward as a medical officer at Dagada General Hospital. By 1998, I was part of the team that established hospital-based management of emergency. We were sent to Israel under the administrations of Brigadier General Amawa. And again, by 1999, I was part of the team that established pre-hospital care in Lagos State under the watch of His Excellency Mr. Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And by 2001, 27 March, I part of the team that started pre-hospital care in Lagos State. And with that, I was opportuned to coordinate a lot of emergencies to disaster management with my team in Lagos State. We handled flood disaster, building collapse, road traffic accidents. However, by 27th January, when a bomb blast occurred at
Ikeja
military cantonment, it changed the way we commenced responding to emergency in Lagos State, because His Excellency and the executive members discovered that there was a big lacuna in terms of coordination of all the emergency responders. You will discover that the mortality and morbidity that was associated with that disaster was due to lack of information. People started jumping into the canal. People started running skater, because there is no agency to coordinate the response. There is no agency to give us information. We have ambulances, we have fire services, we have LASMA, but the way there was a big lack of coordination. So I was sent to oversee, to attend various courses from America to France, from France to Israel, from Israel to UK, because Mr. Governor there believed that they need to build my capacity appropriately. So after that, I was appointed as a pioneer general manager to establish what we call Lagos State Emergency Management Agency. And I was there from 2005 till 2015. By 2015, there was a lacuna, there was a challenge in management of the IDP camps in Lagos, in Federal Republic of Nigeria. Despite the fact that I am a civil servant, I was seconded on leave of absence and I was appointed as a special advisor of monitoring and evaluations of IDP in presidency. And in 2017, I became a senior technical advisor on disaster risk reduction in presidency. Now, with that, we are able to midwife what we call the National Early Warning System in Federal Republic of Nigeria. And by 28th June 2019, I was appointed by Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, to become the Director General of Lagos State Emergency Management Agency. And by the grace of God, 2022, February 28, 2022, I was appointed as a permanent secretary, Lagos State Emergency Management Agency.
Okay, let's put it this way. Director General, permanent secretary. What are the differences there?
Yeah, the Director General is a political something. He's still the chief executive officer. Now, but when you now say somebody is a permanent secretary is the topmost position that a civil servant will acquire in the public service. So, which means they've raised the bar of emergency management in Lagos State to be a very, very important level. You will not only look into your agency, you will look into the other agency, and the incident command control will be strict.
will fall under your purview. All right, now you have, that cannot be oversaying this. We can't say too much. The efforts that you have personally done and your team. But I still see that some people are going, against what you have officially allowed them to do. I mean, you have applied for a story building, or maybe a story building, and you're just going behind everybody to raise it up. That is happening as we speak now. Then most of these petrol stations, the fire that happens there, most of the time is from them. And those who just put things that they're not supposed to put in the they just put them anywhere. And I see that fire is happening most of the time. So what have we put in place in such a way that they know that once you do this, it will catch some, how do you put it now, a very steep penalty against them.
Okay, now let's look at a lot of things concerning that holistically. Firstly, the government itself has done a lot, putting a structure in place. There's a structure in place. We have safety commission, we have fire services, agency, we have LASEMA, we have building control agency. All these have been mandated to carry out advocacy and sensitization. Now, when we carry out advocacy and sensitization, we try to carry the people along and trying to ensure that emergency disaster is everyone's business. Trying to show them what they are at risk to or what they are vulnerable to. Now, then we now set the goals, the ball rolling, which means we set rules and regulations that this is what you need to do. This is how you need to store inflammable substances in your environment. This is how to build structure. This is how to do things so that we do not have emergency or disaster. And we build what we call early warning mechanism in place. But however, there are some undesirable elements that cloud these others. We have the Ministry of Justice to handle that. We will enforce, and we have been doing a lot of enforcement that if you did not key into the visions, if you did not key to our blueprints and rules and regulations, definitely they will be punished.
But can you avail us the kind of punishment available to us?
Well, Ministry of Justice will do that because it's enormous. It depends on the penalty. Some we will lock the place up. Some they will have to pay certain penalty. Some they will have to be they will have to go through courts like the one that occurred at Gerard. The government has raised a lot of committees to look at it holistically, and they have sued the people that found the rules and the regulations.
Okay, you also spoke about the time that you will have the first responders, you call them?
We call them.
You said 10 minutes.
Yes.
Can't it be shorter than that? Why is it 10?
We will. In fact, that 10 minutes, we are still working on it. It's not a permanent because we realize that it's the golden hour, and the golden hour, we are humble to manage it jealously. You see, we are doing everything that is humanly possible to shorten it. And that is why we built what we call local emergency committee in place. We now have local emergency response units. We are now building the response unit. In our schools too, we have a vocational clubs that we are building their capacity, like Boy Scout, Red Cross. We are building their capacity to be able to know the risk in the environment, so that we will tackle the risk before it becomes emergency. We are now relying more on the preventive aspects of managing emergency stroke disaster
instead of proactive.
All right.
Yes. In preventive now, there's quite a lot you should be able to do in terms of publicity.
Yeah, we are doing
radio
that.
and television, languages. let's do it almost like on a regular basis.
We will do that.
We to be honest with you, we don't even need a penny from you.
We will do that.
That would be our own social responsibility.
Thank you very much.
We are
in it together, and we are encouraging all the other first responders to join the league, and that's what they are doing.
All right. What would be? I mean, we are those just watching you from a distance. You're there, right in the thick of it. What are the problems you're facing?
Well,
when you go to do these things.
Now, the major problem that we are facing, and I keep on emphasizing, is the attitude and orientation of our people. In fact, to me, it's annoying. If the government have done so much, put billions of naira, build the capacity of people, ensuring that we have infrastructure in place to respond to emergency. Sometimes you get to emergency scene that the area boys will not allow you to do your work. What they were interested is to rob the victims, to loot there. What they are they will even be bold and be telling you that, look, gentlemen, we have to build your business here. You have to give us money before you can do anything here. And you can imagine when we have overturn of a articulated vehicle that's carrying about 45,000 liters, pouring a lot of PMS, and our people, instead of them to be away from that place, they are now going there to scoop petrochemicals. You know,
and they lose their lives sometimes.
Yes, they put us at risk. We can't enforce. If the police put up a tear gas, it can be a problem to that thing. We have to be begging them, telling them what they are vulnerable to, and this is highly unfair and highly unaccepted. You will go to they will call us for a fire incident. You go to that street. They will have packed a lot of vehicles that will not allow our firefighting equipment to get their good time, and they will be even arguing with us that we will now be looking for the owner of the person that passed the vehicle,
and a lot of damage.
We will use energy. We will display our energy unnecessarily, and sometimes you will see a community. They will be locking a lot of the gates. They will be preventing you from coming into. We will now be asking, where is the guard that locked this place, that locked this gate up? Sometimes we end up cutting the gate before we enter. So the orientation of our people.
To be honest with you, I have watched you very closely. Each time you appeal to them, you plead with them, please don't do this, help us to help you.
Yes.
And I think it can be too much. Even on this platform, we're pleading, we're praying not to have it. But at times, you may not be able to help it. The gentleman is telling us about their preemptive measures. Don't wait until it happens. They're doing their bit. But if you're not allowing them to go in there and get the place sorted out, and you're not rolling back the hand of the clock, I'm just hoping that people are watching and listening to us. We don't pray to have it, but every once in a while you might have it. But now that the government has put in place the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, and you have a man who's on his toes 24 hours, plus his team. I mean, we're not talking about a situation where you people are just sitting down. No, you're doing the right thing, but you people will also have to appeal to them. Nigerians, wherever you're watching us from, you have to help them to help yourself. So, apart from all these that you said now, what are the areas that you also think you need to get to so that you're right there on top of this game?
Believe me.
Because I hear you're technologically savvy yourself. Going through.
Yes, believe me, the governor and his executive members have done a lot in emergency management. They've started employing new people. Okay. They started building the capacity. And right now, they have approved a clear 5-year plan for Lagos State Emergency Management Agency. And they are procuring equipment. Some of my team members are going abroad for further training to upgrade the knowledge. And we are about establishing what we call emergency trust fund. The emergency trust fund will ensure that our people are well taken care of. The victims of emergency are well taken care of. We are establishing what we call local emergency management response units in all the 37 local governments. And we have 2 technical partners working with us. We have IOM. IOM has recognized what we have put in place, and we are even helping the federal government to take care of the refugees, the people that are being brought from Tripoli, from Libya, from Rwanda to Nigeria. Lasema,
even our IDPs.
Even our IDPs, Lasema is playing active role on that. So, to me, as a disaster manager, I will look right and say, thank you, Mr. Governor, for taking ownership and providing political will, because it's not easy to fund emergency services. All those equipment are multi-millionaires, and there is no really fund. So if a government can dedicate a lot of fund in emergency management, if the government can be employing people into the service of emergency responders, they have done a lot. So I will look left to the good people of Lagos State. That good people of Lagos State, the government has put a structure in place. Some of these things, I'm sorry to digress, they don't have structure. They collect ecological funds. They are not utilizing it properly. Some states. And you can see the morbidity, the mortality that is associated to disaster in there, where flood will just come in and destroy billions of naira.
Having said that, have these states come to seek for some assistance from you?
Definitely, some have been with us to know what we are doing, that we are doing it right. So, on study what we are doing, maybe we have people from Yobe, they've been with us. We have people from Medjugorje, Kaduna, they've been with us. We have people from Ekiti, they've been with us. And we are working together as a team. But however, I'm appealing to good people of Lagos State that they should do the right things. No sharp corners. No that you know Mr. A, you know Mr. B, and stop building on Sunday because you want to avoid keeping to the rules and regulation.
All right, there's an important matter we cannot